Hi everyone, I thought I'd share with you today a way that I have learned to prep and look after my new brushes for acrylic. So this one here in particular is a crimped number 10 brush, which I've got from Ulala Nail Supplies. They do have 6, 8 and 10. I think the crimped one at the moment is out of stock, but it will be back in stock again soon. So this one is the crimped. You can get oval ones as well, or round ferruled ones. I prefer the crimped ones myself and have been using them for a while, and I was actually trying to find one that I might have had, an old one that I could have shown you what it looks like, but I don't. So I'll just start and show you how normally they come pretty firm. I can't bend that at the moment, but to prep it, a lot of people just go dunking them into the monomer straight away and use them. I used to do that too, but I found in time, and especially if you're new and you're not really, proficient with your ratios, you could get product gunking up the bristles, and then you sort of get frustrated and you'll go through another brush and another brush. I used to do that early in the piece. I used to think, why is this happening? I was working with 2 wet a ratio, so it was getting stuck in there. So over time, I learnt a few little things, and this particular way I'm about to show you now is from the wonderful, wonderful Miss Kirsty Meakin from the UK. So I just thought, I'll give her method a go and see how I go. And honestly, I have gone through one particular brush in particular, which I haven't thrown it out or anything. I just decided to just try different brushes from a few different brands. So that one I've just put to the side. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still good, and I've been using it for it was just a generic one. I was using it for nearly a year. So then I bought a Planet Nails one, and that one is fantastic, which is this one here. It's got a lovely point, and this also has a crimped ferrule. No problems with it whatsoever, and I love tucking into corners so when I'm applying my product. Now, again, this one's got a lovely point to it, so this is what I do to get it ready and prep it to use it. So first of all, start breaking, I don't know if you can see that, start breaking the starch that's in there, which is in there for the purpose of transit purposes. Does that make sense? I'm just muddling up now. So it does have like a starchy kind of a dandruffy sort of thing to it. It's not ideal to leave it like that and use it. And once we prep it, we don't touch the bristles with our fingers because you don't want to deposit oils and what have you. So first of all, I squish it and I do that, and I don't know, I can see little bits flying in the air. So then I'm going to use an orange wood stick and start flicking it about, and I can see against the black mat that I've got here on my table, I can see all the little bits and pieces flying around. So I'll start at the bottom and just start separating it and rotate the brush in my hand like this. It just doesn't look real pretty at the moment, and there's some hairs that are shedding from it as well, which that's fine. Lots of bits and pieces. Now I've got my monomer sitting in my dish, but I've got it covered so I don't get any bits flying in there, and it's nice and clean. So the next thing I'm going to do after flicking it about like this, and I can see all the bits coming out, it's not over yet, I'm going to submerge it into brush cleaner really well, burping it out, like getting any air bubbles out in between the bristles. And I can see little bits in there at the moment in the liquid. And I don't save this. After I've done one brush, I will turf it, and I will get a fresh one whenever I need get a fresh batch, sorry, when I need to prep a new brush. So that looks pretty good at the moment. So the next thing I'm going to do is just let it sit with the liquid in there in the bristles for about a minute. It's just amazing how when you do prep your brushes properly, the difference in how they pick up when you dunk it into your monomer and then you pick up your powder, what a difference it makes as it releases. So it's just very important. Another important thing is being careful and mindful when you're handling all these products, whether you're using acetone or your monomer or brush cleaner. Just be very careful and work as clean as possible, because you don't want it going everywhere. So the next thing I'm going to do after having it sit there for about a minute or so, I've got paper towel, just ordinary kitchen paper towel, and I'm going to start squishing it out. Just gentle, just working, not ramming it in there, and just working, turning it and turning it. Right, so I'm going to do it again, flicking it out. Like so, separating the bristles, making sure there's none of that starch still in between. Give it another dunking into the brush cleaner, and I am burping it, pressing it, twirling it around, making sure that it's thoroughly saturated. I'll give it another minute or so. And that liquid is getting cloudy, and that's because of that starchy material that is dislodging from the bristles and just rinsing out. Okay, I'll just let that sit there again for about another minute. Excuse my hands, I am working on the right hand. Thank you, Miss Bonnie, for helping me out the other day, and she removed the product that was on there and we did a quick fill, but I did snap the one that had a bit of a problem there, but never mind. So hopefully I'll get to finish this hand this evening with again just demoing some of the techniques using some of the products from Ooh La La Nail Supplies. Okay, I'm going to turn my paper over to a clean side, and again I'm going to press out the brush cleaner out of the bristles. Okay, so one more time. Be about 3 times we do this. And it's good to use an orange wood stick instead of a metal implement or anything else, or your fingers or your nails, because you don't want to damage those bristles. You don't want oil or anything in there now anyway. So I can't really see anything else flicking out at the moment like it did when I first started. So I'm going to put it in for the last time, and then it's going to get the conditioning in the monomer, and then I will twirl it into shape and leave it aside, and it'll be ready to use. Okay. Okay. I've got another clean paper towel. Again, pressing out the brush cleaner out of the bristles. And any loose bristles will dislodge and just come away, which is great. And that's only from manufacturing. Okay. From here, I will go into my monomer, burping it out again, pressing it out. And I slightly, without being too aggressive, I slightly twist just a little bit. because I don't want to damage the bristles. And this one's got a pretty good bounce to it as well. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm just twirling it. And this should be ready to go. And I can't wait to use it because I bought it not so long ago, but it was one of those things where I wanted to demonstrate to people how I prep my brushes anyway. So I thought I'll do a video, and I've been trying to organise bits and pieces for the recordings, and I've got friends and fellow techs saying to me, just record it. Yes, Miss Bonnie, you. just record and just upload, and away we go. But I'm fussy and I'm very, very self-critical, so still got a couple of things still to come, but this is ready now. Love it. It's looking fantastic. Don't know if you can see that. Okay. So thank you for watching, and I will continue with the next lot of demos. Thank you.